The deadly outbreak of the coronavirus is spreading through China, where cases of infection are rising. Yahoo Finance's Anjalee Khemlani joins us now to discuss and get the very latest on the numbers. So, as Miles pointed out, today it seemed like some of the numbers coming out were substantially higher. Where are we right now?
Right. So, and 106 death toll in China, 4,500 infected. That's the number, the last for today. And so what we're seeing is this exponential growth based on who knows what, because the biggest problem, right, that we're seeing is that it's coming from China. And historically, there's been problems with the transparency there, even though they have met with the World Health Organization, are working in tandem, are pledging transparency. So we just have to see whether or not it's something that's, basically a limit of labor on the inside, being unable to actually track some of these cases. But really how it's affecting, largely is we're seeing how much of a global effect this has been having. We've been tracking it, obviously, for the last couple of days, really, in the markets. And you've seen a range from leisure to consumer really getting hit. Meanwhile, the healthcare sector, right, with the pharma, really getting an uptick from it. Even some brands like P&G and Clorox, really, where people are looking for sanitation, really getting a boost from that.
But realistically, are any of these companies going to be coming up with a cure for this,
No.
in a time frame? I mean, it's a classic thing where something bad happens, some stocks have to go up, right? Because that's the game. But there's no realistic time frame for any one of these major companies to come up with a solution, or are there companies who are actually doing work kind of in this space that might be able to offer help here?
In this space, yes, to answer that specific part, because you're looking at some of these companies that are sort of almost repurposing some of the research that they've already done. So if you look at the large caps like J&J, AbbVie, or Gilead, those are the ones that already have something in the pipeline that can be repurposed, whether you're talking about something to help with Zika or Ebola, in that realm. So they're able to sort of rework that. But when you're looking at the smaller ones, these are companies that have been focusing on viral outbreaks, on infections. Some of them did get into the game for Ebola or do already have flu strains that they're working on. So it's all related to that respiratory system, right? And so that's where you're seeing sort of that boost coming from.
So we got more news on flights being cut back.
Yes,
United in particular, they've cut back, suspended about 24 flights. Are there any other travel advisories? Yesterday during the show, we got the State Department's advisory. Any other countries, any more details that way?
Most of them, no, but we also did just hear that the UK is announcing all but essential travel to mainland China. And then earlier today, we actually had Hong Kong stopping visas and a lot of transit between the mainland and Hong Kong. And as we know, Hong Kong is an international hub, has also been troubled in the past few months with the protests. So this is, just another burden for them to bear. And if you want to take a listen to Carrie Lam, who is the administrator there, she was talking about, really what the area is doing to help clamp down on this.
With the full support of the central government, they have agreed in principle to cease issuing this IVS, individual visitors scheme permits. So that will take away 50% of the usual mainland visitors coming to Hong Kong, together with the 20+ percentage points attributed to group tours from the mainland. We will have removed a large chunk of the source of mainland visitors coming to Hong Kong.
So as you heard, she's talking about 50% of reduction in travel from mainland China. That's a huge, so, and it looks like all of these, just like Hong Kong, just like the UK, everyone is being really careful to sort of tiptoe around just banning the economy altogether, right? They're taking steps to sort of limit as much as they can without really hurting the businesses that are there.
A developing story, Anjalee Khemlani, with the very latest on the coronavirus outbreak.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.